Welcome back to another episode of Sailing with the Jameses. We are in the southern part of the Great Barrier Reef, exploring one of the most beautiful tropical islands along the Australian Queensland coast. Join us this week for an exploration of this magical place called Great Keppel Island. Hi, we're the James family.
Are you sick of your day-to-day life? Ever thought about doing something different?
Well, we did just that.
We bought an unfinished aluminium catamaran and we're fixing her up as we sail around the world.
Come along for the journey and click subscribe.
Daddy? Mommy? Charlie? James.
Welcome to Great Keppel Island. This 14 square kilometer tropical paradise is located in the southern part of the Great Barrier Reef, not far from the Tropic of Capricorn.
We're at a place called Fisherman's Beach, and surprisingly fishing isn't mostly what goes on here. So this is the most populated beach out of Great Keppel Island, and it's got a pub, it's got a pizza place, it's got a place that does fantastic burgers and a souvenir shop. It's got a couple of small resorts and backpacker style resorts.
And what's really most important to us today while we're here is we're doing a rubbish run.
Yeah, getting rid of the rubbish. So we're going to take it ashore, and they've got some bins provided. It's surprising in the Great Barrier Reef Marine Park there isn't that many rubbish facilities available on the islands and things like that. So you've usually got to go into a marina or go to the mainland. So this is one of the few spots. There's a couple, and this is one of them that we get to go and take our rubbish ashore and yeah, get rid of it all.
So where are we headed now, hon?
We're leaving Fisherman's Beach and we're heading round to either Svensson's Beach or Middle Beach, depending on space. There's a 30 knot blow coming through, which is it's going to be good. It'll test all our solar panels and eyebrows and things like that, and see how they stay, because when it's an actual 30 knot blow, you'll get bullets a lot more than that, even in the anchorages where it funnels them down off the hills and things like that. So we'll head on in here and yeah, see how we go.
We've just tucked in nice and close. We let out 50 meters of chain and then put the bridle on, and then we reverse dug her in, and we have a really nice scope on the chain. So we are really well situated for the blow that's coming tomorrow. Super blowy today. How's this wind, hon?
Yeah, it's pretty full on. We had a visit from one of the other boats that has working wind instruments, and they say the gusts have been a bit over 40 knots. So I was just up there checking the roof and the solar panels and everything, making sure everything's hanging on, and yeah, everything's perfect. So it's been tested and come up really, really good.
It's been a bit windy lately, so we're headed ashore for a bit of a hike, bit of an exploration. We've heard there's a great walk to the other side.
So essentially we're on the leeward side of the island, which is the nice calm side of the island when the wind is up, and we're going to go to the windward side of the island. The main reason being is inside the Great Barrier Reef we don't get much swell or surf, and we haven't really got to play in it, so we're going to do a bit of an explore over the sand dunes and try and make ourselves over to the other side of the island. So there's going to be a heap of goats and all sorts of things. There's no proper trail, but yeah, we'll just explore and see how we go.
So we've just come around from this corner over here from a few pace down. The tender ride over was absolutely epic. The waves were awesome, nice spread apart and like so fun. And the beach here is so beautiful.
Is it working?
Alright, so we are hiking to the other side of the island at the moment, to where the waves are breaking, and there's quite a few neat things on this trail. Like there's a whole bunch of goat tracks up there. There's some statues over there of like some turtles and everything. There was turtle nests on the beach that we got to see, and they're all coordinated off so that humans don't like walk on them and everything. But in about 2 months, January, February, March is when turtles are expected to hatch. And yeah, we are almost to the other side now. This island is home to 17 beaches. And today we have made our way to one of the more secluded and remote beaches, known as Wreck Beach. The recent winds have stirred up the surf, and we have come to check out the stunning sight to see. This island is home to a large range of wildlife, and originally introduced by humans for grazing and as a food source, the island is also inhabited by a large population of feral goats. Straight ahead on the cliff. Do you see it there?
Babies next to the mama.
Yeah, it's a drive chain, see? That'll couple then to the gearbox, and you got your shaft going through, your shaft still. And that would have been where it went through the hull.
Wreck Beach gets its name from the SS Empress, a cargo ship that sank off the coast in 1905. The ship sank after a navigational error. Heavy fog and misjudgment of position led to its strike of a reef at high speed, which caused a breach to the hull. Despite its efforts to save the vessel, it sank off the island's coast. Fortunately, there were no fatalities, and the crew and passengers successfully escaped in lifeboats. And the remnants of the wreck can still be found on the beach and in the shallow waters to this day. What is this over here?
Hey Charlie, what do you think this is?
What do you think it is?
It's one of the more unusual things to wash up on a beach. It's a household refrigerator. It took a bit to figure it out. How many of you guys at home guessed it was a refrigerator straight away? We don't see too many household refrigerators washed up on the beach. Ah, it's an unusual find.
Guys, check this out. How many cuttlefish bones are there right here? So many. And they keep going. More and more. 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 Did you say faster? Hang on. This return ride is a lot more subdued than the ride to the point. What are we doing? Yeah. So we are on our way to put an ornament to a cruiser Christmas tree. We found an old buoy on the beach one day. We've cleaned it up and Charlie's painted it. So we've written on it.
Show us it.
This is the buoy.
Yeah.
And this, I painted.
Oh wow. Are we gonna go hang it up in the tree?
Yeah.
Let's go. The painted cuttlefish shell. We found them and done some beautiful artwork. Hey! So what do you think, Charlie? Do you like our Christmas decoration? It's awesome. I think you guys did a fantastic job. It looks really cool there.
You can swim on it.
Oh, don't swing on it. No. Let's leave it there. Check this out. They're all flying ants. There's literally like 100 million of them all the way down the beach. Well, I don't know whether it's just this time of year or they're kamikaze ants or what. There's a heap of them all along the beach everywhere. Yeah, it's amazing.
One of the big things that we've been focusing on lately has been swim lessons for Charlie here.
Yeah, we were sort of in the yard, it wasn't as important, so we focused on the maintenance, and now we're just taking a slight step back from that. It hasn't stopped yet. We've still got other plans and things that I want to play with on the boat that are definitely going to happen. But for now, our biggest focus is just getting Charlie to swim a bit better. When we go into creeks and things like that where the water's milky and the current's really running, she is wearing a life jacket, but having said that, we would much prefer her just to be able to swim a little bit to give us a bit more time.
Just like if anything were to happen, we'd like her to be able to kick, swim, float to give us time to get her.
Yeah, definitely. So we stopped in Townsville last summer and we put her in lessons, and we did the weekly lessons. She wasn't quite ready to learn how to swim then, so then we did the intensive lessons every day of the week over the Christmas period, and she wasn't quite ready to swim then yet either. But we're hoping this time, with a little bit of tough love, she's gonna be our mermaid, aren't ya?
And we're really lucky. She loves the water. It's just getting her to confidence in swimming, and
her ability is nowhere near as good as her confidence at the moment, and that just, as parents, is a little nerve-wracking. So yeah, we've been pretty much every day coming across to the beaches here, and it's a fantastic spot, beautiful clear water, and spending time with Charlie and getting her to swim. Big breath, head down, close your eyes. You're doing it. That's it. Woo-hoo.
1, 2, 3, go. Go.
Well done. found all those ants on the beach to be absolutely amazing, so I looked it up, and they're called alodites, or reproductives. And we were lucky enough to be here when a swarm event happened, which means they're all out looking to mate and find their significant other. It looks like it's a harsh game because there doesn't seem to be as many survivors as what you'd think. But we're pretty lucky we got to see it, and coming south we were lucky enough to see the coral spawn on the surface as well. So there's been a few. Looks like love is in the air.
You guys have to see this. This is the Yacht Club on Great Keppel Island, and it's not just any yacht club. This is a self-made yacht club. So what that means is that cruisers have come in and they've all gotten together and they've made this yacht club. So all these tents are permanently here. They are like their temporary pop-up ones, but people have permanently strapped them into the trees. They've dug them into the ground. People have donated tables, chairs, and even over here behind me is the fire pit area. Cruisers have made long benches, tables, their own fire pit. People have donated buckets, so it's really bad to put out a fire with sand because people could step on it, the sand gets really hot. So what they've done, people have donated buckets, and you go to the sea and you get water. There's 2 buckets here. Someone's donated an old sail, so that provides shade, and then not only that, it goes down into that blue container, it collects rainwater. So when you come for like an afternoon sundowners and you bring food, you can wash your dishes here.
They've got the fire pit here for and cooking utensils over the other side there, but one of the biggest things the fire pit does is it keeps away the midges. So even in the middle of summer, if no one's cooking, they always light a bit of a fire here, and the smoke keeps all the insects away, and you can enjoy your sundowners and hang out. And there's also a princess chair.
That's the princess chair.
Does it work if I sit on it? Does it work if I sit here? Can I be the princess?
Are you both princesses?
She's thinking about it. But yeah, it's an absolutely awesome spot, and we're so grateful that people have done this that we can come along and enjoy it with them. It's yeah, it's absolutely fantastic.
Yesterday evening we came for sundowners and met a whole bunch of cruisers, and one of the things that we learned was that those turtle nests we saw on the other beach, going to the wreck beach on that hike, those turtle nests are actually from green sea turtles and hawksbill turtles. And one of the cruisers that we met is the guy that found the tracks, found the clutches, the nests, and he saw them first, and then he went ahead and got sticks and outlined them so that other people know that those nests are there so they don't walk on them. And I thought that was so cool. But the other thing we're doing today, we are coming across the beach because it's time for Charlie's swim lessons. She's doing so well.
I'm gonna swim for you.
It's very deep, are you sure?
I don't need a board.
You don't need the board. So her swimming is coming along absolutely fantastic, and we're really impressed with her progress. We've only been here not even a week, and her progress has probably been way more than it has in the 6 months of lessons in town from another lessons previous to that. So we're stoked. Next step, let's get Frank swimming. Hey!
I love that.
He doesn't even like going on the sugar scoops at the moment, so, which is where I want his kitty litter tray to live. But we're working on it. We'll see how we go. So we were coming back swimming from the beach when I noticed on this hole there's all of these little bits of white stuff here, and if you come in close, that there is all the beginnings of corrosion. So it's not bad. When you wipe it, you can't even see that it was there, but all of these white things, if we leave it, is corrosion in aluminium. So because it's situated around the exhaust, this indicates to me that the engine anode on this hull and this engine needs to be changed. So we'll get onto that straight away, but I just wanted to share with you guys, especially anyone who does have aluminium boats, if you do see a lot of this just white powdery stuff, Yeah, that there is the beginnings of corrosion. If it does get any bigger, it is better just to sort of sand them out a little bit, just because once it gets embedded and starts pitting, it'll stay there. This isn't really bad enough for that. It's just the teeniest bit, and I'll get onto it straight away, change that anode, and make hopefully that'll fix the problem and we won't get any more. So we have the Nanny 4.5, so they're a naturally aspirated, almost 50 horsepower 4-cylinder engine, and I was changing the anodes at the back air periodically, and because we did so much steaming down from Cairns, that's why I believe we chewed out the anodes so fast. The factory anodes that come with it are these ones, and they're quite small and quite expensive. And I think what's happened with the previous owners in the past is they've had to swap it quite a bit, because this isn't a genuine plug and it doesn't come with any thread for it to fit anyway. So what I've done is I've brought anodes that are a heck of a lot cheaper, and we've just cut them down smaller. I've got to shape them a bit further. We'll bang them in the plug and then we'll put them at the end here. The reason I want to go bigger is because swapping these anodes on these engines are quite challenging. What I need to do is I can't actually get to it. It's up and behind the exhaust elbow here, and the only way to get to it is to actually take the whole exhaust elbow. So I've actually had to separate it off the engine, and the more you do that, putting it on and off, the bigger chance down the track you'll have small leaks or exhaust leaks or anything like that. So we're going to go for bigger anodes this time, just to see if it lasts a bit longer, and hopefully we won't have to change them as much. But I'll finish shaping this one down just a little bit further, bang it into the plug, put the plug back up into place, up and under here, put it back together, and we'll be off. So one of the crazy things, well, one of the things that I think is crazy about this engine is that it doesn't actually have any anodes on the engine itself. The only place it has an anode is what we're working on right here, which is the exhaust mixer. You get the dry fumes going in here, the salt water comes in here, it spirals round, it goes past the anode, mixes with the salt water, and then goes out the exhaust. But it's the only place where it actually has an anode. My idea of putting a particularly large one in there isn't going 100% to plan. What I've found is there isn't quite actually enough space in there to put something quite so large. It does look like I'm going to have to cut this one down even further to bang it in there and fix it up, and then we might have a quick look at the other side. If this one is getting worn out, then the other side potentially the same is happening. But this one just snapped off in there. It was a little bit challenging to get out, but that's what's happened. She just sort of broke off the top. There's still a fair bit of life on the inside of that. But yeah, we'll have a look at the other side.
Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider clicking the thumbs up button and subscribe to our channel. It helps us out a lot and we would greatly appreciate it. A huge thank you to our Patreons. We are so thankful for you and couldn't do this without you. Thank you everyone for watching, and we will see you guys all next week.